I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. Skol Vikes forever. You know what it is. The season is not over. Let's get it, baby. But let's just get straight to it, man. So before I get into the video, Colin Cowherd, and I'll be playing a video, some things he said later about Kirk Cousins. But Colin Cowherd, man, I'm sure he sees it clear. But before that, let's just talk about Kirk Cousins, man. Now, the Vikings lose to the Eagles. Once again, Kirk Cousins has a big game, has good stats. Yeah, has good stats, has a solid game, right? He does what Kirk Cousins does most of the time. Plays solid, puts up good numbers. Let's not forget the end of the game. Let's call it what it was, what it is. It was garbage stats, right? But okay, cool. Kirk Cousins does his thing, has a good game as far as stats. But in every big game, primetime game, now, no one's blaming Kirk Cousins for the Vikings loss. It's not all on him. It's not all on his back, right? I'm not saying that. But once again, Kirk Cousins, man, right? He's never the reason the Vikings win, man. He can never put the team on his shoulder like some of the elite quarterbacks in the league. And if you can't see that, you are delusional and you are riding Kirk's nuts as a fan, etc. Now, I understand Kirk Cousins, a good guy, the good family man, right? Does everything right off the field. You understand? Seems like a good, real, genuine dude. That's all fine and dandy. But who is Kirk Cousins on that field? And when does Kirk Cousins really show up? We know he shows up in March, correct? You dig me? You get my drift? Oh, yeah, March comes around, Kirk Cousins will be there, locked in, loaded, ready to negotiate, right? Ready to disagree or agree, accept or refuse a contract. He's there to get his payday, man. But one thing about it, if you contextualize, actually contextualize Kirk Cousins' whole career, from when he was with Washington to Minnesota, with Minnesota in 2018, when he had a good defense, when he couldn't get it done. Kirk has never put the team on his back for a big playoff run, a big game. Look at his record in prime time. Look at his record versus winning teams. It's horrible, atrocious, man. That's who Kirk is. No disrespect. I'm stating facts. Now, I would love to see Kirk Cousins turn it around. Step his game up for once, put the Vikings on his back in a big game, win the big games, have a playoff run, potentially get to the Super Bowl. I'm not no Kirk hater. Yeah, no Kirk Cousins hater, no. I'm a realist, man, and I know what Kirk Cousins brings to the table. And being a true Vikings fan who want to see them boys win, I've seen it for 4-5 years. And it's clear, man. The verdict is out on Kirk Cousins. Now, will it change? I don't know. I don't think so. And I'm standing on that. Like I said, the whole offseason, baby, after that 4th and 8, I don't think Kirk can take the Vikings to the promised land. You know what I mean? You get my drift, to the Super Bowl? I don't care if Kirk was playing with the Niners. Whoever the best team is in the league. I don't think Kirk could lead any team to the Super Bowl, man. Kirk hasn't proved it. He hasn't proven that at all. He's had numerous seasons to prove it, man. Now, we know the Vikings O-line is garbage, trash, especially the interior. And it's a shame because Kwesi O'Connell, knowing what type of quarterback they have on the roster, they should take the majority of the blame, putting that O-line, putting Ed Ingram soft ass on the field, huh? Putting Ezra Cleveland soft ass on the field, huh? Garrett Bradbury, Slotman. They should understand, know their personnel, especially O'Connell, the so-called QB whisperer. He knows who Kirk Cousins is. At least he should. They're 2 years in, huh? He should know him to a T. Understand Kirk. So the majority of the blame, bam, Kwesi O'Connell, definitely Kwesi. For putting that O-line, piss poor O-line on the field, knowing they can't keep Kirk Cousins upright, knowing the type of leader Kirk Cousins is and is not. You understand me? You get my drift? But at the end of the day, Kirk is who he is, man. Period. The whole Eagles game, no, you can't blame that game on him. Did he put up good numbers? Yes. But Kirk never made a big play for real. He missed Matty for a big third down. Why? Because he was locked in on one receiver. A big 3rd and 5. Matty wide open. Could have been a first down. Trying to complete the comeback. See, Vikings fans get so caught up in the Kirk hype, him being a good guy, they act like they can't see what he does or doesn't do on the field. This is nothing new. Kirk is no Mahomes. He's no Josh Allen, no Jalen Hurts, no Jared Goff. Huh? He's not even a Geno Smith, baby. And it's coming to a point, look at the games today. You need quarterbacks who can get out the pocket, scramble, make something happen, dog. If not get out the pocket, at least maneuver around, take some side steps. Get out the way, baby. And on top of that, they want to say, oh, it's not Kirk's fault. He gets hit. He fumbled. But it's Kirk's fault. It is Kirk's fault. Kirk needs more pocket awareness, pocket presence, understand what's going on around him. Throw the ball away, Kirk. If he knows he's going to get hit, protect the ball. How does Kirk get excused for continuing to let the ball go? You know how many quarterbacks get hit every Sunday, every Monday, Thursday night, get hit in the mouth and don't fumble the ball? Huh? Do you understand? Do you get my drift? Watch the tape. Watch the games. Kirk Cousins lovers, football lovers, Minnesota Vikings fans, huh? See how many quarterbacks get hit but still hold on to that rock, man. It's numerous quarterbacks in the league with average O-lines or O-lines who aren't great. Do you see them fumbling every big hit? No, man. That's Kirk Cousins. How long do you have to watch him to see who he is? Under pressure, he gets rattled. He takes a big hit, he drops the ball, he fumbles the ball. Kirk always zones in on one receiver, especially when it's a comeback situation. We've seen it so many times, man. Now, once again, I'm not blaming that loss on Kirk Cousins, but he's never the reason the Vikings fight back. He never galvanizes the team, the people around him. Is Kirk a leader? Ask yourself, has he been a true captain? Has he been a true captain, man? Can he take over a game like Mahomes, like some of the best quarterbacks in the league, huh? Who is he? His demeanor, his energy. What does Kirk Cousins as the quarterback of the Vikings say about the Vikings organization? Huh? Kirk Cousins is who he is. And the energy he permeates every big game, every Sunday, it has permeated to the team, to the Vikings organization. He is the identity, right, of the Vikings. Yes, I don't care, like it or not. You being a quarterback, you take on the identity of your quarterback. Just like Colin Cowherd said, man, heavy.
Oh, Kirk Cousins looked like Peyton Manning. Except Kirk Cousins is now 2-10 on Monday Night Football, 4-5 on Thursday Night Football, 4-4 on Sunday Night Football. Good guy, B quarterback, often has B+, A- nights. It's time to upgrade, right? Listen, as a student, you can get A's on all the weekly tests. But if you get a C in the midterm and a C in the final, that's who you are. Things are weighted differently. The NFL forms opinions on you based on playoff games, big TV games, standalone games. Tom Brady dialed in for the big ones. Joe Burrow's had a lot of stinkers. Man, he's good when the bright lights are on. He's good under pressure. Some 1 o'clock games last week may stink. Patrick Mahomes, playoff passer rating is higher than his regular season passer rating. That's hard to get your brain around. So against better defenses and better teams with more pressure, brighter lights, playoff pressure, Patrick Mahomes actually better. Again, you can get A's on all the midweek tests, but it's the midterm and the final that are weighted differently. Kirk Cousins, 1 o'clock games is Peyton Manning. Since he's played in the NFL, His record against teams that make the playoffs that year is 12-38. That's who he is. I don't care about his passer rating. I don't care about his passing yards. That's who he is. And because it's who he is, this is who and what the Minnesota Vikings franchise identity is. Shrink in big games. That's what you think about when you think about the Vikings. Well run mostly. Very competitive. Win a lot of 1 o'clock games over Chicago and Detroit. But the big ones, they clench their teeth. It's time to upgrade. He's an adult. You could get something for him. Not going to the Jets. But he's productive. He's an adult. There'll be no chaos. He's responsible. Always says the right things after another standalone loss.
All right, a tough loss. Solid opponent. Shot ourselves in the foot with the turnovers. Similar story now the first 2 weeks in that case. I'm sure that's been said a lot to you guys now post game, but it ought to be. And it's difficult to win in this league when you lose the turnover battle by 1, let alone by the margin we've lost it by. So we got to fix those mistakes and not let it continue.
That's a perfect Kirk Cousins bite. You're in every game with Kirk Cousins. Last night, late cover. You look at the score. You look at his stats. You're like, oh, just this close. Not really. And Philadelphia didn't play particularly well. That game was never in doubt. They had a 9-minute drive and didn't score and still won. And they won kind of comfortably. Philadelphia's got to figure out who they are. But who Philadelphia is a really good football team. Minnesota knows what they are. And I think deep down they're tired of what they are. A team with an absolute ceiling. The quarterback becomes the identity of the franchise. We look at Kansas City now. We look at them as a risky, big game player. We look at Buffalo as disappointing, but so much talent. We looked at Brady's Patriots as so smart and efficient, they get every ounce out of their talent. Your quarterback defines your identity. Vikings need to take a big swing. Just like the Jets need to draft a left tackle next year to start, Vikings got to find a new guy. Like Kirk Cousins, movable, productive, adult, never any chaos, but it's time.
And I'm glad somebody sees it, keeping it real deal. No Holyfield, but respect to Holyfield. He is a boxing legend. Kirk is not a baller like that. He doesn't have it in him. Kirk's been a quitter his whole career. We saw that with the 4th and 8, baby. Let's be real. Stop pussyfooting around it. You know true, the hearts of hearts. We know who Kirk is. That's why he's part of the reason why the Vikings have been mediocre. You understand? Average. Never can get over that hump. Never can get over that hump, baby. But this is the year we see, man. Now, am I a Kirk hater? No. But I'm realist. I've realized who Kirk was. And that Giants game, 4th and 8, told everything about Kirk Cousins. Showed you who he is. The Philly game showed you who he is. I don't care about no big stats. No trumped up stats, baby, at the end of the game. Huh? You think about it, that game was out of hand. You dig me? They should have beat the Eagles. Now I understand it was turnovers. Once again, the O-line horrible, blocking, trash. Kirk under pressure, right, facts. But Kirk cannot deal with that pressure. He cannot do anything to escape. He can't improvise, baby. Now you tell me if Patrick Mahomes was on the Vikings, Josh Allen, shit, even Lamar Jackson, anybody. Jordan Love, you understand? Anybody who can get out the pocket, scramble around, the Vikings will have a better chance of winning. Patrick Mahomes on a Vikings playoff team, potentially Super Bowl, man. Josh Allen, etc. The list goes on. So let's be real with Kirk. State who he is. He's a good quarterback, but that's it. And ask yourself, Vikings fans, Kirk Cousins nut riders, can the Vikings really reach the pinnacle with Kirk Cousins, reach the Super Bowl? I don't think so, bro. Now, if somehow they got there, I would applaud Kirk. I would be happy. Like I said in previous videos, I might drop a tip. I would salute Kirk, man. Captain Kirk, no doubt. That's what it's about. But at the end of the day, stop the cap. I don't see it happening. You dig me? Do you get my drift once again? I do not see it happening. At a certain point in time, you got to be realistic, baby. Tell it how it is. Tell the truth. Something a lot of Vikings fans don't like to do, huh? And we see with the Alexander Madison situation, we see how a lot of the Vikings fans think, believe, feel. You understand? Not all, but I tell us a lot. Heavy. How you feel about it? Matter of fact, fire them comments up. Fire them comments up, baby. Big Skol here. So let's stop the cap with Kirk Cousins. It's not about hating Kirk, wishing him bad, bashing Kirk, I bash everybody who mess up. I bash the O-line the most. Heavy. They trash, piss poor, ass, throw them away. Zip them up, throw them away, throw out the trash. That interior, horrible. I was the first one to say, if the Vikings ignore the trenches, it could be a long season. Because guess what? Kirk's conditions have to be damn near perfect for him to win a game, baby, let alone get to a Super Bowl. Huh? Now, if you can deny that, you're crappy. You're piss poor and delusional. And I stand on that. So once again, no disrespect to Kirk, but Kirk has shown who he is. Period. Bottom line, man. Kirk has shown who he is, man. He's proven it to you. Put it on the plate. So it's time for a move. It's time for the Vikings to make a major decision. No, don't re-sign Kirk Cousins. No, do not re-sign Kirk Cousins. Also, hell no, don't tank. Have some self-respect. Now, if the Vikings are just that bad, which I don't believe they are, they've been shooting themselves in the foot 2 games straight. They should be 2-0. Period, bottom line. But if they're bad enough to potentially draft, be in a spot of position to draft Caleb Williams, of course, get the man. Go get the man. Grab him up. But re-signing Kirk is stupid, bruh. Why are you bringing Kirk back? It's time to separate yourselves. You need a quarterback with a different identity so the organization can have a different identity as a whole. You need a quarterback with integrity. And I'm talking on the field. We know Kirk's a good human, right? Seems like a great human, great father, family man, all good. Kumbaya, kumbaya. But at the end of the day on that field, the Vikings need a true leader, a true captain, a leader, integrity, man. Confidence, some arrogance, some cockiness. You dig me? Some I don't give a damn. I'm winning this game. I'm putting a team on my back. You understand? Kirk is not that. A quarterback who can say by any means necessary, I'm getting this done. I'm getting this shit done, baby. I'm tired of losing. The pressure's on, bet. I'm going to put the pressure on them. I'm going to step up. When the pressure on big likes, that's when a quarterback thrives. That's what the Vikings need. That's what the identity of the Vikings need to be. Because like it or not, your organization, your team takes on the identity of your quarterback. That's why for 5 years, the Vikings have been average. Never can get over the hump. Can't win the big game. First round out the playoffs. I'm done with the cap, and like it or not, baby, it's Big Skol here, and I'm keeping it real deal. I'm tired of the Vikings losing. I'm tired of Kirk Cousins clamming up, going in his shell in big moments. I'm tired of him being average in prime time, getting empty stats, garbage stats, period. It's time for Kirk to take some blame, just like everybody else. Time for Kirk to man up. I'm tired of him gritting, biting his teeth on the sidelines, making goofy faces. All that. I don't care who don't like it or like it, man. Agree or disagree, I don't care at this moment. The Vikings 0-2. And Kirk has never been the reason that they win a big game. Period, bottom line. He making $40 million. He need to step up, baby. Let me know how you feel about it, bro. Matter of fact, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm on and rock and rolling. Big Skol here, man. Skol Vikes forever. Woo!